In this recording, I'll be taking you through the payroll setup for teachers. So, to set up a payroll for a teacher or add a teacher to the payroll, on the sidebar under Human Resource, there is a payroll. Click on Payroll. Under the payroll setup, we have these options there. So, here we have the SNET, we have Tier 2, we have the payee, and we have some few checkboxes which are set up by the school. Auto calculate payee, auto calculate net, tier 2, and then we have the validate payslip, auto validate payslip, which will automatically validate the pending payslips after its creation in 24 hours. So we have the staff pay roll list. Now, with the staff, each of the staff members, we need to set up their payroll. Okay. So we have this particular teacher, we have 2,000 as a basic salary. There are no earnings. In order to set up an earning, we would have to do that here. So we select the name, let's say overtime, and then we have set as earning, and then this is statutory. No, this is an overtime earning. Okay, so we've correctly set it up. Non-statutory and overtime, and it's marked as earnings. When we go to the staff payroll, let's take Chester Rose Lane Pace and then let's set up the staffs what they are entitled to. So I've clicked on the view. Under this particular page, as you can see, the salary details, there is no information here. So in here, we can set up the banking information of our staff member, and then under salary, we then enter the basic salary. Here we have 2,000. We can select an earning value to be awarded to the teacher if necessary. And then we have the various deductions. So if the staff would be deducted the SNET, would need to select the SNET and then proceed to click on the add row. And then there is the payee. That one will be calculated, and then we also have the final one, which is tier 2. So if the tier 2 payee and then the SNET, the tier 1 applies to this particular staff member, we select each of them and then we proceed to save record. And as you can rightly see here, we have the values calculated as expected. We have the basic salary, the total earning as we entered here to be 30. This is our gross salary. Then we deduct the payee. We also have the payee, the tier 1 pension, the tier 2, and then the payee. So in here we have our final deductions to be 539.75, and then the net salary to be equal to 1990.25. Note that the tax has been calculated based on the range or the based on the range of the salary earned by the employee. And then the tier 1 pension is also calculated, tier 2 is also calculated. This is 5.5%, and then this is also 5%. So we have these two, and the total, and then the net. So when we go to the staff payroll list, this is the staff member of whom we just set up. Okay, so this would be seen by the teacher. Let's proceed to create a pay slip for this particular month. Let me go back to the staff member. So the staff member is Chester. Okay, so pay slips and then generate a pay slip. So I'll be generating it for only Chester. And as you can see, we have the basic salary, the various allowances, the deductions, and then finally the net value, the net salary to be received by the teacher. Okay, so I'll proceed to generate. And yes, we have the payslip generated. So basic earnings, deductions, and then the net. And we can choose to validate. So if we do not validate this now, this would apply. The auto validate pending payslip will apply after 24 hours. It will automatically validate this particular payslip. Let us preview the payslip content and see. So to preview the payslip, as you can see, we have the school information, the employee details, the ID, email address, contact number, the earnings, the basic, overtime, and then the gross salary. We have here, we have the SNET tier 2, which is tier 1, and then we have the tier 2, and then the payee to be paid, and then we have the net salary to be received by this teacher. So for all staff members, they are going to see this on their dashboard when they log in after it has been created and finally validated. So the staff member would only see the record when we have validated the record. The payslip, that is when they see it in their dashboard.